First up, we're going to be talking about Dr. Brian setting the record straight on failed relationship with Minnie Dlamini. The good Dr. Brian has finally addressed the rumors surrounding his split from media personality Minnie Dlamini. So earlier this year, around the 14th of March, the couple came out on social media. They made it social media official, posted some cute little images of each other, and it seemed like at the time Dr. Brian had bought Minnie Dlamini a car, a Porsche on Valentine's Day, and they wrote the sweetest of messages, and they looked like the sweetest of couples. And then in March, the following month, the couple who had previously flaunted their love on social media sparked speculation that they had parted ways after deleting each other's images on their social media accounts. Very quick relationship, very quick turnaround time right there. Now, after weeks of rumors and speculations, Brian has taken to his social media Instagram to be specific and confirm that he and Minnie Dlamini are no longer together, but he was quick to set the record straight about the reasons behind their breakup and the rumors that are circulating. Now, when it comes to the rumors, I will say this, it does seem that a lot of them are sparked or they come from a post that he posted where he wrote, "I will never cheat on you again," posted the following image over there, and a lot of people jumped to the speculation, to the rumors, assumption that this particular post was aimed at Minnie Dlamini. Well, as I mentioned, the good doctor has posted the following for immediate release. I note with deep dismay that a tabloid newspaper published a malicious article regarding the reasons my relationship with Mrs. Minnie Dlamini ended. The article, as it acknowledges, is based on rumors and is far from the truth. It is not in my nature to entertain rumors. However, this specific rumor is malicious and has the potential to taint Mrs. Dlamini's reputation in circumstances where the rumors are devoid of any truth. Interesting that he says that these particular rumors are malicious and have the potential to taint Minnie Dlamini's reputation. Look, I'm not exactly sure which article he is referring to, but the ones that I've seen and the rumors that I've personally seen, they are not tainting Minnie Dlamini's reputation. If anything, they are reinforcing said reputation. It's more like mess around with Minnie Dlamini and find out. But nonetheless, the good doctor decided to set the record straight. It goes on to read, "Miss Dlamini and I had a beautiful relationship which sadly came to an end purely for personal reasons which had nothing to do with infidelity by either party. Whilst our romantic relationship has come to an end, there remains mutual respect between Miss Dlamini and I, Dr. Brian." Look, at the end of the day, I feel like this is some neat, nice closure for those that needed that particular closure, because at the end of the day, Minnie Dlamini and Dr. Brian, they invited us into their relationship. They posted it on social media, made it look like it was so loving, so beautiful, so blue, so Valentine's-y. So at the end of the day, some people who were going with the rumors wondering why they had deleted the pictures of each other, well, now they've got their closure. It's not a colorful closure like how it began, the relationship on social media, but it is a black and white closure. And personally, I get it. Sometimes things just don't work out. Next up, what's next for Royal AM boss Shauwn Mkhize? Things may have been difficult for Shauwn Mkhize. Poor Mkhize over the past couple of months, but according to the reports, they understand that the Royal AM boss, Mkhize, is determined to stay in the game of professional football. So a quick recap, the PSL looks set to finally announce the expulsion of Royal AM from the Betway Premiership, the PSL, after the club has failed to meet the mandate of playing its matches since December due to Mkhize owing in excess of 40 million rands to the South African Revenue Services, SARS. Now this led to a SARS curator taking over the club with the hope of selling it. Now, the reports around selling the club, well, the club went for auction according to the reports that came out. Do take this with a pinch of salt. The club was eventually auctioned off for around 30 million rands. However, the guy that won at the auction, won at the bidding for the club, eventually backed out of the deal. And according to the reports, the reason stated as to why he backed out, he says the process wasn't transparent. They weren't told that the Royal AM wouldn't be able to play the outstanding matches, the ones that had been suspended or put on hold, which basically means, let's just say you buy Royal AM for that 30 million rands. Well, it was going to get relegated to the NFD, the National First Division, which is the second tier of South African football here. So the Premiership being the first tier, the NFD being the second tier. Royal AM wasn't going to be able to play their games, which means they were going to be relegated. So imagine paying 30 million rands for a team that is about to get relegated, go to the second division. And on top of that, there are reports that one of the players, ex-players of Royal AM, Shauwn Mkhize, is owed about 15 million rands. So imagine on top of 30 million, paying 30 million to get the club, own the club, you then have to pay 15 million to a player who no longer is at the club. And on top of that, according to the reports, salaries for the players that are currently at the club had not been paid since December. So you're going to have to back pay players from December, January, February, March, and I suppose April when you take over the club. It's a lot of money. You look at 30 million, you might think it's worth it, but then you get there and you're like, wow, the books are definitely shady. So needless to say, SARS trying to sell the club, well, that didn't go off well. What is Mkhize up to? Well, according to the reports, there are indications that Mkhize is determined to hold on to the club and keep it in the professional ranks, though that seems to be proving difficult at this moment. The club did file for a court interdict against the Premier Soccer League Board of Governors. The meeting was scheduled for last Thursday. The application, however, was dismissed, and the club now faces the possibility of being liquidated. Those are the latest reports. But on Mkhize's side of things, well, it seems like she is determined to make an effort to save the club or return in the future to reclaim her place in professional football here in South Africa. And personally, I will say this, I get why Mkhize would want to stay in football, because let's be honest, where else is the number 10 Andile Mpisane going to play? So yes, right now it does seem that the hottest number 10 is now a free agent. And when it comes to the players, well, it is believed that players are at loggerheads with management over salaries that have not been paid in March. And a lot of the players at the club have actually left to seek employment elsewhere, and they are believed to still be owed money by the club. Now, personally, I am not a Royal AM fan, but I am a soccer fan, and I could just imagine if my club went through a similar situation. Imagine your club getting relegated from the PSL, and not because that the team is playing poorly, but because the owner or the owners are messing up in their personal capacity. They are not paying their taxes. I would be gutted as a soccer fan and a fan of said club. But yes, as I've mentioned, at the moment it seems like the players are free agents and are free to join any club that they want. I suppose the fans would also be free agents and join any club that they want as well. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to RedLive if you haven't, and binge watch my previous videos.